Coach Steve, and we're talking today about handling objections. What is an objection? Well, an objection is simply an unanswered question in the mind of the prospect. They wouldn't be giving you an objection unless they had some sort of a question about something about your presentation. So, the better your presentation, guess what? The fewer objections you will get. Secondly, we can look at objections as a minor obstacle that needs to be removed in order to progress the prospect forward to setting an appointment and ultimately signing that listing agreement at the listing presentation. So how do we handle objections effectively? We know we're going to get them all day, every day when we're doing our prospecting, doing our lead follow-up, and at the listing presentation. First of all, let's follow our model. The first thing on our model is to repeat and affirm. When we get an objection, it's typically a response to something that we just said. So, we want to handle it like any other response. We want to repeat it so that they know that we're listening to them and we heard it perfectly. And secondly, we want to affirm it because we want to make it okay. We don't want to become argumentative, and we don't want to gloss over it to make them feel that we weren't listening or that what they said wasn't important. So repeat and affirm. The third step is to isolate the objection. What do we mean by isolating the objection? Well, first of all, let's write down the isolation question. Other than blank, fill in the objection in the blank. Is there anything else keeping you from blank with me today? Either listing with me today if you're at the presentation, or setting an appointment with me today if you're prospecting or doing lead follow-up. Other than blank, is there anything else keeping you from listing with me today? Doesn't matter what the objection is, you're going to fill in those blanks. Why? Well, imagine that you knocked on my door, I went to the door, you said, "Hi, I'm Jay from Jay's Lawn Service. Your yard looks terrible. I'd like to mow it, edge it, blow it off, and look like $1 million, and I'm only going to charge you $100. It'll be done in 2 hours or less." I say, "You know what, Jay, you're right, let's go for it." I just made a verbal contract. I just agreed to do something for Jay, which is to give him $100, as long as he does what he says he was going to do about getting my yard whipped into shape. 2 hours later, he's at the door with his hand out. Now, do I feel consciously and subconsciously that I need to pay this person? Absolutely, because I agreed to it. I made a verbal contract with that person less than 2 hours ago. So I hand him the $100. Well, it's the same thing with handling an objection. We want to use that same human characteristic psychology to give them a sense of obligation to either set an appointment or to sign a contract. It's subliminal, it works in their unconscious or subconscious mind, and it's extremely effective. So let's say someone says to me, "Steve, I don't want to pay a commission." Well, I can certainly appreciate that you don't want to pay a commission. I hear that frequently. Let me ask you, other than not wanting to pay the commission, is there anything else keeping you from setting an appointment with me today? Well, no, that's the only thing. Fantastic. May I share with you why it's in your best interest to invest in the commission at no cost up front? And then I give them the rest of the handler, and then I say, "Isn't that what you really want?" Well, that's exactly what I want. And you still need to be in somewhere by some time, don't you? Give them their motivation, and then boom, ask for the appointment. That's exactly why you and I need to meet immediately. I'm available right now or later at 6 this evening, which is best for you. It doesn't matter what the objection is, as long as you have your isolation memorized, your isolation question, fill in the blank, it works with any objection. And when you contact me, I'm going to provide you with 2 or 3 objection handlers for every single objection you can ever get in real estate. Again, handling objections is extremely important. When you get really good at it, which is simply a matter of practice, you're going to be at the top of your game. Your confidence meter is going to be pegging over to the right, and you're going to be in that top 10% of the agents that's doing 90% of the business. Call me, text me, email me. I have something that I want to share with you that you need to be much more successful and much more productive. StephenFutchCoaching.com, RealEstateSkillsCoach.com, StephenFutchCoaching.com, RealEstateSkillsCoach.com. Thanks, and have a great day in real estate.